everyone, and welcome back to Sensing Fields and Liminal Horizons. I know I talk a lot about trauma, and one of the things that happens with a history of trauma is that we get surges of anxiety, surges of sympathetic activity, racing heart, it's hard to breathe, or sometimes just feeling really um, hypervigilant and on edge. And that's when we're triggered. Often it's when we are not thinking straight because we are caught up in the trauma feedback loop. And so we need to move past the thinking mind and use polyvagal techniques. Um, and I think that one of the most powerful things is using the voice. Singing is so important to me. It is something that I'm not very good at, but I love to do and I'm getting better at. And that's not what it's about. It is about that is what helps my system calm down. So maybe we should do like a karaoke day or something. But anyway, one thing that we can do is use the vocal cords vibration by using and also so it's called the VU, and it's just taking a deep big inhale into your belly. I think of breathing in from the ground and then and we can also do rah wah and stretch the jaw. All of this is going to help the vagus nerve because it's it is attached to all of our it's attached to our face and our tissue and our ears it's and our vocal cords and our I mean it's attached to all of our organs pretty much. And so when we do the VU and it vibrates, it's helping access the parasympathetic nervous system and bring us back into a calm and regulated state. And you can also just sing. Um, so that is one thing that I really, really enjoy doing and wanted to share. Another one is well, and this is polyvagal, but it's also sensory. It's also self-havening, and it's based on the idea that self-touch is effective, just like someone else touching us can be. And I know that I missed out when I was in an incubator for months. I know I missed out on that touch, and I think that that has led to a lot of kind of neurological or neuropathic, or I don't even know exactly what it is, but it's just this pain, this like absence of touch pain. And there are a couple of things that help it actually. And one is self-havening. And self-havening is doing things that would come naturally if you were like gonna rub someone else and if you were gonna rub yourself or wiping away tears. But it's just this kind of self-touch. It's gentle. It can be self-hug. Skin to skin is important. And on like pressure can be very, very helpful. So that's why this is so helpful. When we need to ground and center, we often put our hands on our heart. Sometimes we put a hand on our belly and a hand on our heart. We do that to notice if we are breathing fully. And so just using self-touch, self-massage, self butterfly tapping, bilateral. Um, if you're feeling anxious, that's another thing that I use. And another thing for that particular pain that I use is envisioning, or not even envisioning, but in imagining, I guess, or actually cultivating through thinking of or imagining the or sensing into like the preciousness of a newborn's head, just smelling a new baby. And like that preciousness and that love has a particular frequency and a particular feeling that fills my body to the point where I'm not feeling the pain of the absence of touch. Um, so that's another one that I use, and I actually got that from Dr. Sue Morter recently, so I will just say that. And third is, let's see, um, to realign the top of your spine and your vagus nerve. So you're going to interlock your fingers and place them behind your neck. Keep your head facing strictly forward, and we're going to hold this. Shift your eyes as far to the right as you can. So while you stay forward, shifting your eyes to the right without moving your head, and we're going to hold it for 30 to 60 seconds. We're going to hold it for just about 30 seconds or so. If you feel like you need to swallow, yawn, sigh, that's your nervous system communicating that something has kind of shifted. So if you think, so like notice if you notice that release, you can bring it back to center when you notice it. And I'm gonna notice it quickly. I can tell. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, sorry. I have a lot close to the surface right now, so it's coming. Um, and then we can do it to the left. And I just really had an urge to look, and my midbrain, no, just DBR stuff, just I understand that more now, but I'm really just trying to bring my eyes, and which is interesting, and it is because of my experiences and holding patterns that this is difficult for me. And I have so much pressure behind my eyes, but I usually don't um notice it so easily. So I felt a little bit of a release there. It was likely not as visible as the first one, but that is another one. And so um, I hope people find that useful because I'm realizing my path inwards was clear and palpable and very, very close to the surface right now. So I'm just going to share it as I notice what I do. And I hope you like it. I hope it's helpful.